Hi there, it's Adrian from Numero Uno Web Solutions, and recently in another video in the comments I was asked to give a basic breakdown of SEO, and I had never done that before, and in fact actually, to be honest with you, I never thought of doing it before. So you asked for it, so here it is, a basic breakdown of SEO. I'm going to keep it short, I'm going to try to keep it simple, and if there's anything else that you want to know about SEO, anything you want me to expand on, anything you want me to clarify, any questions you have, please put them in the comment section and I will gladly answer them or put them in a future video. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so first and foremost, navigating the digital landscape can feel pretty daunting. You know, if you're a small business owner or if you're just starting a business, one of the most powerful tools you can have at your disposal is SEO, or search engine optimization. Understanding SEO can significantly boost your online presence. I've been saying this for so long. It helps drive traffic to the website. That can increase the amount of leads that you get, which can then increase the amount of sales that you can get. But really, if you're a newbie to SEO, where do you start? So I want to just walk through the basics of SEO. So at the very least, you have some understanding of it. If you can do it yourself, you can maybe get started on it. Or if you're hiring an agency like Numero Uno, at least you'll have a better understanding of it, okay? So what is SEO and why is it so important? So SEO, like I said earlier, stands for search engine optimization. It's a set of practices that's designed to improve the appearance and positioning of web pages in the organic search results pages, and that can be called the SERP, search engine results pages. That's when you type something in Google and whatever shows up is just ranking in a list, and Google actually just went back to having different pages of lists. Before they would just have a continual list. In the past they had, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all that stuff, which they've gone back to recently. It's both online and it is mobile. So because organic search is the most prominent way for people to discover and access online content, a good SEO strategy is essential for improving the quality and quantity of traffic to your website. So, and SEO has changed a lot through the years. Before it was just about ranking in the Google SERPs, but now there's the Google local searches, the Google Maps pages. And when I'm talking about SEO, I want to make a quick note here. I'm not talking about Google ads. Those are the sponsored results. That's a completely different animal. That is where you are bidding on keywords. You are actually in a marketplace, and that's when you show up in sponsored links. It gets you to the top of the search pages quicker. However, there's less likelihood of somebody clicking on it, but when somebody does click on it, there's a greater chance of them becoming your customer. So it's a give and take kind of thing. Okay, so why is SEO so crucial for small business? So for small businesses, competing with larger companies on the digital front might seem challenging, especially if you're like selling products. You're competing with Walmart and Amazon. However, if you have a well-optimized SEO approach and strategy, you can level the playing field a bit and you can make your business more visible in search results, especially locally. So with effective SEO, you can reach your target audience without spending a fortune on paid advertising. Now, this is going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of effort as well. This is not a quick advertising scheme. This is almost like developing a reputation. Developing that reputation where people refer to you as the go-to place to go for your product or for that specific service. So understanding that, I always like to take the analogies that Google is like the wise man on the mountain that people go up to and ask for advice. So they would go up there and they would say, hey, where can I get the best landscaping services if I live in the greater Toronto area? And what wise man on the mountain would say, well, from what I know and from what I've seen and from what I've heard, this company, Forever Green Landscaping, is the best. That's pretty much what it is. And SEO is getting that information to that wise man so that wise man, Google, can send it to your prospective customers who are searching for your product or service. So you need to understand the search engines. So before you can optimize your site for SEO, it's essential to understand how the search engines work. Search engines like Google and Bing use robots to crawl pages on the web, going from site to site, collecting information about those pages and then indexing them. The algorithms analyze pages in the index, taking into account hundreds of ranking factors or signals to determine the order that pages should appear in the search results for a given query. So there's so many different factors that factor into whether a page is going to show up in the search results page and where it is going to rank. And it has to do with content, it has to do with tech, and the back end, it has to do with site speed. There are, like I said, hundreds of different things. So there are two main categories for SEO. One is called on-page SEO, and the other one is called off-page SEO, and I'm going to break down each one of them, okay? Let's start with on-page SEO. On-page SEO refers to the optimization of the elements within your website to improve its ranking on the search engine. So these are the factors that you will have direct control over and you can modify on your own website. So some of those aspects include content optimization, so making sure that your content's relevant, that's high quality, that it provides value to your audience, that you're using the relevant keywords that naturally within the content. You're not keyword stuffing, like just throwing keywords in there for the sake of having keywords in there, but that you are writing quality content with those keywords in there that provides value to your audience. There's also headers, bullet points, short paragraphs, a lot of different things with regards to your content. There's something also called meta tags. I'm not sure if you've ever heard about meta tags, but meta tags are like the tags that are within your website that kind of explain to Google what the content is. So you need to optimize things like title tags and meta descriptions to accurately describe your page's content, and it should include your target keywords. So an example title tag might be best digital marketing strategies, expert tips. They can be used for like a blog post that talks about the best digital marketing strategies and expert tips on how to use them. Another factor is URL structure. So you need to have a clean, descriptive, and keyword-rich URL. So sometimes what happens, I might have a URL that if I create it, let's just say it's www.numerounoweb.com/page1. That's not as good as having www.numerounoweb.com/SEO tips for beginners. So that's going to be a better URL that's going to be more SEO friendly and have a better chance of ranking because it's showing the keywords in the URL which Google's looking for. Okay, another great SEO strategy, and it's for on-page SEO, is internal linking. This is linking to other relevant pages within your website to help your users and the search engines navigate the site. So I would link a blog post about SEO basics to another post about advanced SEO techniques. It's kind of similar, I guess, to if I want to keep you on my YouTube channel, I would say, click on this video up here, and that's like internal linking into another video on my channel. So, by the way, click on this video up here if you want to see another great little bit on digital marketing advice. Okay, you also want to make sure that your images are optimized. So it's not just about text, copy, and content, it's about images. You want to have descriptive file names, you want to have what are called alt tags. You want to make sure your images are compressed for faster loading times. Google looks at that stuff. It has to be quick loading, it has to have the proper tags and file names and even captions on the images to help with SEO. Another really important factor with SEO that some small businesses tend to neglect, and even though we're in 2024 right now, and it shouldn't be neglected, it is neglected sometimes, and that is mobile friendliness. So you want to ensure that your site is responsive and offers a good user experience on your mobile device. So it's not simply about, just making sure that you shrink everything so it fits on a cell phone compared to a desktop or a laptop. You want to make sure that your website looks great on any screen. That's called responsiveness. So you need to get a good web developer to develop the site, design the site, so that way no matter what screen it's on, as it kind of expands and compresses, it looks great. That's important for SEO. Google looks at that stuff. And if you're not optimized for mobile, you won't show up in the search engine result pages. And finally, and this is one also that a lot of people neglect, and that is your page load speed. You need to optimize your site speed to reduce the loading times. That's a ranking factor for Google. Sometimes if the images are too big, if there's fonts that are custom fonts that take a while to load, it affects the site speed. Google looks at that and they say, okay, I'm not gonna direct my customer, the searcher, to your website because it's taking too long to load. And by the way, 5 to 7 seconds. Anything over that is too long. I know it sounds crazy, especially if you're like old like me. It will take away from your SEO strategy. Okay, so that's the chat about on-page SEO. I'm gonna get to off-page SEO, which you can see here. I split this up into 2 parts. So keep going, click here to off-page SEO strategies.